Hello everyone, welcome back to Divine Journey 2. Last episode we did a bunch of witchery in Bewitchment by automating these 3, and the really annoying tree. And between episodes, I crafted 7 more ovens. 2 of these will be used in crafts, for the sigil table, and this thing, later on. 5 of them will be passive, and 1 on demand. I've also done other stuff, off camera. We now have a screen downstairs, with this lovely pixel art. Thank you Ivan, from the 3-4 Discord. I've also properly set up the rainbow gen, finally, with redstone control. We're actually using it for power now. I can turn it on here, and it turns on and off. We can actually make another dragon mill, or the second egg. Nothing should get overloaded now. The only thing that's left to automate with this thing is nether stars, and I guess dragon's breath, but that lasts ridiculously long, so it doesn't really matter. And I've also finished the wall, over here. It looks much better. Okay, so first thing I should do is automate these 6, but I have an idea. So the ovens can go here. I wonder if these work. Yeah. I would put the drawers underneath these, but there is a wood ash output, so it's a bit annoying. So slaves it is. And a controller over here. And the drawers out front. Except from one, which will be a 2x2. This is the on-demand one, and this one's for sawdust. So we can have an interface here, supplying the patterns to this one, while also supplying the items to these 5. So in every single one of these, we input coal and jars. I will limit the input, mainly for the jars. Okay, so we have a stack of coal and 2 jars in each oven. This first one will be acacia, or acacia resin, and the wood ash can go here. Next one for cypress saplings, or ebb of death. Next one mandrake, or liquid witchcraft. Next one juniper, or essence of vitality. And the last one jungle, or cloudy oil. So we want to do a stack of each of these, with wood ash upgraded, and void. We should probably set up the on-demand one now. There's only a couple recipes left. It's just that they're not used that much. So oak for oak spirit, spruce for spruce heart. We should probably increase this. It is a chance output, so we'll do 4 for 1, to definitely get it, birch for birch soul, and elder for droplet of wisdom. Those are the only other recipes, so it works nicely with this 2x2. There we go, everything is set up. We just need a storage bus, and 1,000,000 jars. Since there's 5 passive things, and a stack buffers in the oven too, we need 10 stacks of jars. And that should be fine, you do get the jar back, most of the time. So we're going to need to do this a bunch, which is a bit annoying. I need to make like 640, which is a lot. Like 25 trips or something, to refill these. I think I'll make like 50, and call it a day. I could use a bunch of level emitters, I might actually do that. That way I can buffer however many I want, so I don't need to make as much jars. So while we're waiting for the jars, I will redo this. I was thinking about saving on channels, but who cares? Interface per oven. So out of the on-demand interface, we can do the coal and the bottles, and then each of these interfaces can request the saplings, and we can put a level limiter on these extracts, and everything should be fine. I think I'll set it to 8 of each, for now. Just because jars are annoying. There we go, should be done. We will get a bit more than 8, like 1 or 2 extra, but that's completely fine. I think it's safe to say this is done now. Okay, so I think we can progress a bit now. Let's do this bit, to get cold iron. So we need to make a witch's brew. So mandrake, ice, glowstone, gunpowder. Now I can throw this at stone. I will make a big square. To get perpetual ice. I'll get a bit more. Might as well. This should be enough. Now we can make bottled frostfire. It does involve a condensed crystal, which is infusion. But we can encode this one as well. So let's order one. By the way, I've spammed more candles, if you haven't noticed. 2.11 stability. Pretty good. There we go, it's done. What does this do? So we can place the frostfire down, I think, and we can throw thaumium in to make cold iron. Also you can pick this up and place it down. We only ever needed 1. That's nice. It is quite expensive. I'll make a fresh batch of 25 thaumium so I can make 25 cold iron. That should be enough to get started. While we're waiting for this thaumium, how about we make some of this? Traveler's Tenacity. It is quite expensive. Tier 3 runes and hooves. We can afford it. There we go. And with that we can make the flying ointment. We just need a dupe recipe for tallow. So tallow, to dupe item. Now we can encode this. We can afford one. I'm glad everything just works. All of our automations. Now the thaumium is finished. So we can put this down. And get 25 cold iron. It does do it one at a time. But that's fine. At least it doesn't void items. There we go. Now we can craft a pentacle, whatever that means. It is infusion, with some blocks of cold iron. And we can afford one. We'll need instrumentum and diabolus. Oh, the cold iron needs to be a specific chisel. Let me fix that real quick. I thought it was just A2, picking a weird version. It's this one. There we go. Awesome. Did I even need to do that? It doesn't lead anywhere. I'm sure we'll need it. You can make cool statues though. Anyway, it looks like we can make this sigil table now, using one of the ovens that we made earlier. We might have a table lying around. Yes, we do. It was from a dimension, or something. What about these two? Sigil of the Phantom Bridge, and Sigil of Suppression. They seem to be just coin recipes. Now we can encode this. There we go. I'm glad I pre-crafted the oven. So I think this is like a 5x5 crafting table. Yes. And we have to make the Sigil of Purity. We have everything, except a bunch of cleansing balm. 6. There we go. It's all done. And there's no shift click, which is nice. Manual crafting. What did I do wrong? Oh, I need juniper berries, not elderberries. I'll just get a few. It's fine. There we go. And next it looks like we're using our demon heart to make demonic elixir. Once again we have a dupe item. So I will set a recipe. Like so. And a recipe for this too, with the dupe item. Quite a few steps here. Lovely jubbly. And if we look in the Book of Demons, once again, we need to defeat Baphomet, or his staff. And this is the ritual. We do need another demon heart though, so I will summon another one of those. There is a dupe recipe, but you do have to get 10 first, so I don't really know what to do with that. We also need a recipe for this, which has a dupe item for black wool, but that's no problem. We know how to do that. There we go. So we have everything for Baphomet, except the demon heart. So I will spawn another one of these guys. To be fair, this is very, very cheap. I just need 2 more villagers. Preferably vanilla ones, like you. Ooh, we got multiple this time. No forest fires. Stop. Okay, it's contained. All the more reason for a window. And now we should be able to do Baphomet. Or not. Blood of a lamb. Is that a sheep? You're a sheep? Oops. I did collect the sheep, and also murder it. At the same time. Schrodinger's sheep? I wonder if I can do it to start the ritual. Yes, that's funny. Eternal sheep. Yay! Stop burning down my area. We got more demon hearts, his staff, and a few other things. And with the staff, and the second oven we made, plus a few other things, we can make the brazier. It's infusion. Once again. And there we go. We can make one. With Machina, Ignis, and Diabolus. And a 4th one, for symmetry. We'll put this over here. There we go. Don't know what this is. And now we should be able to order a Flame Devourer pendant. Once again a pretty hefty craft. There we go. And if we make a tag lock, bind it to our bed, which binds it to us. And now we do this curse, and it's pretty easy. And now on the brazier, with these 5 items, we can do a curse to give ourselves hellfire. And now, we can get ignition. But you can repair this, so I'm going to get a bunch. The hellfire does run out, eventually. I'm not too sure how long it is. Okay, I'd say this is enough. We still have the effect, but I don't want to stand here forever. These are for lightning craft, by the way, later on, but we do have a bit of thaumcraft to do before that. And also this bit of witchery. In which we'll do now. Pun intended. So next we have the purple chalk, with a new chalk, otherworldly tears, spectral dust, rune of envy. Not too bad. Let's get another chalk going. And also the tears. Here's the 4 items. Let's drop them in the cauldron. Before we change the rings, I might try get enough demon hearts to be able to dupe them. So we need 4 more. So we'll do this one again, maybe a couple times. Hello, I'm back. Let's do this trick again. We never need another villager again. We have an eternal prisoner. Did that guy even drop any? I don't think so. Next one. We got 1 from that guy. They can give 3 though, like we had that one time. Now we have 8 in total. I think I'll try do 2 more. I imagine we'll get it by then. That guy gave none. I guess it does happen. 1 more. Maybe 2, if they can drop none. Yay! 11. 1 more. For good luck. Wow! We have 15 now. Brilliant. Now we don't need to do that again. Maybe. I think I'll try doing all this before we do this, and we're going to need some Spanish moss. Everything else is fine. This is everywhere in the swamps. My question is, do we have to farm this? We might as well. It won't be too hard to do. Where's the swamp? I forgot. Over here, by the meteor place. Here's some, on that tree. Do we have shears though? I'll be back. I'm surprised we didn't have any in this awful backpack I have. Okay, I have 6. Can you pick these up with Silk Touch? No. So we need a machine that can use shears. Obviously a user works, but then we have to passive shears, which we can do pretty easily. I'll do it over here. There we go. We should be able to fit it over here, like so, with this on left click, and we fill it full of shears. And the Spanish moss like this, and every time it goes to there, it should get broken. We just need a collector, going into the controller, we request shears, over here, and input via filter. There we go. And now we wait. I might have to move the user. I'm not sure if it grows to the 3rd block, because there's ground. I don't really know how vines work. I think I'll move the user anyway, to the middle block. There we go. This should definitely work, because we saw it grow earlier. All we need is some trim, and a drawer, filtered for the moss. And now we wait. Ooh, look! We got a 5th one. It does work. Lovely jubbly. Now we can encode the spirit string, and craft some. And now we can do some poppets and stuff. But I'll take a break. It's bedtime. Okay, I'm back. I guess it's poppet time. And these are made with magical leather, bone needles, gypsum, spirit string, and a clockwork mind, which are easy. So we can order one. We just have to make a few things in the workbench. There we go. And we're done. And now we can make this into a death protection poppet, but we're going to need 8 of them, so we should encode it and see how far away we are. Some tallow, brass, magical leather, some of this from Omethol, which we're not farming. I thought we were, but oh well. Life crystals and potion of second chance. Life crystals we should be able to make with our on-demand crystallizer. So the only problem now is hydrogen. All of it is being used for methane. So I might make a bunch of these, just doing water buckets, so it's a little bit faster and can back up. And how about we do 16 stacks? Just because we're close. How about 3 more crystallizers? There we go. So we can set 3 of these filters to half a stack of blaze rods for the fuel, 3 filters for empty buckets for the extract, and 3 filters for water buckets for the insert. And these can go here. Okay, there we go. So this should fill up faster, I'm hoping. It might be a while before it buffers though. I don't really fancy waiting a couple hours, so I will disable this by removing hydrogen here. I will turn that back on. I just don't want to have to wait ages. I would have to wait for another stack to buffer in this, and that will be a while. So now we're buffering on hydrogen. We can order the poppets. Yes, we can. Now we just have to do everything else, which should be easy peasy. Apart from the potion of second chance. I'm not sure if you have to automate this. It doesn't work in the thermal machines. We can make it in the potion brewer. I just don't know how it works. So this is the order of the potion. This is a bit worrying. We have to make magical apples on passive, as well as golden apples, but that's easy. I did see something though. If we have an enchanter and some draconian blocks in range, I think it might be 4 and not 2. There we go. It likes the blocks. That's much better than having a ring of bookshelves. So we insert apples and lapis. It can't see them anymore. I don't know if it sees through the conduit. There we go. It's fine like this, apparently. Insert into a drawer with a transfer node. It probably won't like me putting a conduit there, so I'm using one of these. Hopefully it's fine. It seems to be. Now we can have a crafter for golden apples. We can even have some speed upgrades in the enchanter. So now we can try use the potion brewer. I hope it's simple, as just inserting these. I guess I'll put it here. Ah, I think I understand. We will need to automate glistening melon. I thought we already had this automated. Apparently not. So I think we should be able to do this with nether wart, glistening melon, glowstone, golden apple, in that order. Lock it, and then insert those 4 things, as well as bottles and water. I think it's working. It's doing each stage, and it should be done now. You might have to filter the output. You don't want it to output early, but I guess it's a draw, so that doesn't matter. And there we go. It works. We will do 1 stack. This machine is cool, but I do like the thermal ones better. I like a big chain. It looks nicer. Can we have speed and energy? Yes, and it's much faster. Alright, cool. So now we're much closer. I will just do a batch of tallow, a batch of brass, and a batch of leather, as well as kill more of these, I guess, in Omathol. So I will be back with that. Alright, there we go. I ended up doing 2 batches of magical leather. It was a bit more than 25, but now with all of those, we can afford the 8 puppets. So let's go ahead and craft it. This should only take a couple minutes, I think. It's not too crazy of a craft. We'll probably be waiting for this a lot, I imagine. There we go. They don't stack. How nice. So now with the 8 puppets, we can make a death core. We just need liquid death in a flob. How do I make this? Okay, that's easy. It is quite a long craft with all this essentia. There we go. We can have a fluid transposer just over here. Put this in and fill the flob. Awesome. And now we can make the death core. So now we can go back and look at this for shards of the grotesque. We need to kill some ghosts, and we can spawn those with a ritual. We need to open a spiritual rift with 2 rings of purple, also at night, which is perfect. So first ring purple, like so, and also second ring. And these items. I don't know if you need to use the thaum. I will use it anyway. I also want a ghost in a soul vial, if possible. We didn't get one. That's fine. We've got 6 more goes. Ghost, don't run away. Thank you. Now that we have one in a soul vial, we can just murder the rest. It doesn't matter. Here's what we need. We need 2, I think. Well, we have 4 now. I don't know if we'll ever need any more. So I think we're done. Also, it's sunrise, so we're out of time. It looks like we can make the stew of the grotesque now, with a bunch of items that we should have. 1 demonic elixir, 1 death core, 2 of these, a lizard leg, toe frog, which we did find quite a while ago now, adder's fork, hellbore, and belladonna. There we go, the 9 items. I don't trust AE2, so I will do it myself. Hopefully I don't mess up. I will clear the cauldron, just in case. So nothing should go wrong here. Yay! I was so scared. I hate this thing. And now we need to fight Leonard for his staff. Here he is, the old geezer. So a thaum, demon heart, stew of the grotesque, bottled hellfire, flying ointment, liquid witchcraft, horn, and blood. With 3 rings of red. We might have to make another red chalk, I imagine. We'll see though. Oh, we're just fine. I'm surprised. Okay, I have everything. I will place down the items. And spill the blood of a lamb. There we go. Easy peasy. Now we have his staff. I think we're done with witchery, which is nice. I might go back and do this at some point, but all of the actual progression is done. So I guess it's back to Thaumcraft. That's cool. Looking forward to it. So it looks like the next thing we have to do is collapse some rifts with some causality collapses. And these use Brew of the Void that we made a bit ago, and a few other stuff. So I can encode it. It is infusion. It wants us to make 5, and we can do that. We just need pink niter and a recipe for Brew of the Void. I will trust AE2 to do this. With the cauldron. I did slow the extract down a bit. It should be fine. Some more niter. Bunch of brass. I'll make half into thaumium. There we go, that's enough. So now we can craft the 5 collapses. I did run into a bit of a problem. We're collecting bottles of blood, and Brew of the Void uses blood, so we just voided a bunch of stuff. Great. But I have a solution, I think. Move this to here, so it can't be collected too early. I hope. So let's test it out now, with 2. It did the first one, but voided the second? Or maybe not. I don't think it collected it, so let's add it here. And try again. No. Okay, that doesn't work. I guess I'll do blood a different way. So I'll take out the recipe. We can do blood this way, but we can't automate hearts yet. So I think I'll just make it manually, probably, for now. But please work now. I don't understand what it's doing. Did I not clear it? Or something. We've gone through all of our thaumium. Great. I don't understand how you're supposed to do it then. I'll move it back. Please work now. Okay, it is working. That's good. Awesome. Okay. Let's actually make the collapses now. No funny business. I don't understand this stupid cauldron. How did it break? Altar power? Maybe. I might want to get better altar power, so that doesn't happen. Or have some sort of redstone control. I'll trust it with 3. I've voided so much thaumium in this thing. It might be because I didn't clear it. I'm guessing that's why. Okay, please work now. It's still quite slow, kind of. But it is working. How is that altar power? Yes, that's the problem. But it did manage to craft all of them. So now we can finally make the collapses. We just need Vitium, Potentia, Alienus, and Perditio. Not that long of a craft. Sometimes it's like 200 Essentia. It's only like 30. That's 1. Now we craft the remaining 4. Right, there we go. That took ages, just because the cauldron. So now we need to make a mess somewhere. Let's do it here. Compressed sand has a lot of Essentia. 66 for 1. So a whole stack of this is a bunch. Yes. So now we can release this. Hopefully some rifts appear. There's one. Apparently the bigger they are, the higher the chance of a primordial pearl. There is taint, but who cares? I'd say this is big enough. Just void seeds, as expected. It is quite rare. This taint is really annoying. Second try. Third try. Try number 4. Try number 5. Nothing. As expected. I think I'll try make another 5, and I will be back. Okay, we've got 5 more goes. I think I might try prioritizing closing big rifts. They can get a lot bigger than that. So I will make a very big mess. Ooh, very big one. Number 6. No, that's fine. We should blow up big ones like that, for the greatest chance. This one is quite big, so I might blow it up. And it might be preventing any others from spawning. I don't quite know how they work. Another smallish one. But I want to wait for bigger ones. I don't know why they're not spawning though. I might get a bunch more stuff and make a mess somewhere else. Like over here. I think there might be a limit on the number of rifts or something. There's a big one. Definitely doing this one. Number 8. No pearl. Let's make a mess here. Oh, we got one straight away. Number 9. Number 10. I will have to be back though. I've run out. We need more niter, more brass, more thaumium. So I guess I'll be back again with this stuff. We can craft the Brew of the Void by the way, but only 2 at a time because of the altar power. I don't think I can upload every 4 days anymore. Everything takes too long and I can't get as much done as I would like to. So I'm just going to upload them when I'm finished with the video. So that might be 5 days, 6 days, sometimes it might be 4 days, but like this video, when everything is going wrong, at least in Thaumcraft, I don't really have enough time. So that's my thoughts and stuff. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, I got 5 more. Wish me luck. That was number 11, this is 12. Lucky number 13, maybe. Number 14. Number 15. No. Oh. The causality collapses take so long to make. It's fine. I'll be back. Once again. Okay, another 5. I will go for this one, in the tree. That was number 16. Maybe number 17? We got it! Yay! And we got a big one as well. That might be 4 durability. I can't remember how you check. Yes, 4 durability. We might as well use the remaining 3. I don't think there's any use for these, except from this. Okay, no extras. That's completely fine though. This is all we need. We can actually repair these with the tool poppet, which aren't that expensive, so when this gets low, I will craft one of those. But we should be fine at the moment. So to progress, we need some void metal, in which we have to craft this way, with cold void seeds and some stuff, and those are made with cold iron and the void seeds, but we have 1 trillion of those by now. But not 1 trillion cold iron, that might be quite expensive. This is 4 cold iron per 1 void metal, and we need to make 8, so we need 32 cold iron, which is 32 thaumium. So once again, we're crafting more thaumium. I can't wait to automate this. So we can have a magma crucible into this fluid transposer. Might as well upgrade them. Melt down the cold iron, half a stack of it, and fluid transpose some void seeds. There we go. And with Vitium, Tenebrae, and Metallum, we can make cold void metal. There we go. That took a while. And with 1 fiery unguent, we can craft all 8 into void metal. Yay! Okay, so next thing, the impetus crystal. We need 4, apparently. We should be able to make everything here. We only have 4 durability, so I will make a tool poppet. Just 1. You get a bunch for free. We're just missing hydrogen, because I turned it back on. The methane. So I'll just do it manually. But now we can make it. There we go. Now we get a bunch for free, and you can repair it like this. Awesome. Full durability. So 8 crafts. Or maybe 9? I don't really know how it works. So now we can gather everything for the impetus crystal. I don't trust AE2, so I'll just do it in a crafting table. So with the pearl, magical leather, which is stitching, otherworldly tears, and half of the void metal. It might have to be a fragment. A bit weird, but okay. 4 of them. There we go. 4 impetus crystals. So next it looks like we have to craft the impetus cell, using the 4 crystals, and a few other stuff. Not too bad. It is very high instability. I'm sure we'll be fine though. There we go. We can make one. We just have to make some condensed vis. Now we just need alienus, vacuos, and potentia. I hope it's not too unstable. Ah, okay, we're fine. We've had worse. Yay! That was a long craft. Also, I have lots of warp. I hope it's not too bad. We do get free crystals, which is nice. So next we make this into the conductor, which is pretty cheap. And also upgrade the gauntlet. Not too bad. There's the conductor. We just need another thermometer, and another enchanted fabric, and 1 more vis resonator. And with some more vis, we can upgrade the gauntlet to thaumium. So now with one of the crystals that it gave us for free, we can craft the fracture locator. We just need a bit more condensed vis. Is it vis or V? And now we just need a whole bunch of vacuos, aurum, and preditio. A lot of infusion crafting today. So now if we combine these two, we should be able to drain rifts. It's a bit scary with these little worms, but now we're full, which is good. So I believe in the nether, if you look at this, we should be able to find a portal to the emptiness. I don't exactly know what it looks like though. Oh, it's just here. Cool. Let's have a waypoint. And with the gauntlet, we should be able to open it. There we go. I believe we can step inside now. Here goes nothing. Ooh, 10 trillion structures. I will set a home. I think I've spelt it correctly. I will be back with a bunch of shulkers. Okay, I'm ready to explore. So here's the door. I assume we open it with the gauntlet. Cool. Hello. This place is awesome. Looks like there's a keystone here. A runed tablet. And it looks like it goes here. Strange crystal. Ooh. I've heard amazing things about these urns. I will use Silk Touch on them. I want to maximize the profit. There's like face huggers. This laser is terrible for anything that's really small. Another key of some kind. The crabs are the worst, I've decided. Okay, I will try and do the lower levels first, but we do need keys though. We don't have any of these. Oh, we have that one apparently. No more crabs, please. I'm checking every single room for these urns. It'll be worth it, I swear. Yay! Key. Hopefully we're near the end. I love this place, by the way. The vibes, at least. The mobs, not so much. Is this where this goes? Yes. Please be the end. Oh no! There's more. By the way, if we make the digital miner, we can just grab all the urns without entering this place. So I'm definitely doing that in the future. Okay, I think I can progress. Oh no! It keeps going. I have to explore every room. I found a sword thing. That might be another key, but I'm not entirely sure. Yes, here it is. Please be the final door. I think it is. Do we activate it like this? This must be a boss fight. There we go. Awesome. I love this place. And a free pearl as well. Lovely jubbly. I think we can go home and look at the loot. 3 and a bit stacks of common urns, almost 2 stacks of uncommon, and 14 rare. And there is a really good way of opening this. I think fortune affects it, and you can get fortune with the vengeance pickaxe. It comes with fortune 5, so we can craft it, take it off with the enchantment extractor, and put it on something with high durability, like the Eden pickaxe. 6,000. So now we can put unbreaking on it, and fortune. And now we can have 2 users, with some speed upgrades. So one of these will mine the urns with the pickaxe, and one of them will place it. And once we place these in here, we should get a bunch of loot. Thank you, Thaumcraft. There we go. So I will be back once these have done, and you can peep the loot. Spoiler alert, it's amazing. There we go, we're done. And look at all this. 35 brass, 22 void metal. This is amazing. We only made 8 before, and that took forever. And 39 thaumium, and a bunch of other stuff too. That doesn't really matter though. I believe you can get lucky and get a primordial pearl, but it doesn't look like we were. But that's okay. And if we make the digital miner, we can just loot a bunch of those without even entering them. So this is a very good method of getting void metal, thaumium, brass, and other stuff like that. It's awesome. I do have to end it now, sadly. This episode should come out 4 days after the last, but any episodes after this might be more than that. You have been warned. I'm not sure what we're doing next. Maybe some Thaumic energistics. We'll see. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.